You know, there's probably a good 120 years of farming history here in the county. There used to be 1,100 dairy farms in Skagit County. And right now, there's probably mid-20s.
I had a dairy farm at one time and got out of it. Now I just haul cows. The farm's got bigger. Bigger ain't always better either. Come on.
Hey, little milk cow. What on earth is wrong with you?
10, 15 years ago, we saw this trend where these small farms went from 40 to 50 cows to now these larger operations. And so for a lot of people, this is complete contradiction to their image of what the farm is. At the same time, I think we have to be careful when we say big is bad.
If there's somebody that can do it with 100 cows and make a living, more power to them. I had a lot more fun when I milked 15 cows than I do today because I like cows.
Farmers have always had a little bit of resistance to technology. You have so much on the line, but we've had to move on. And now we're the first dairy north of Seattle to go to the robotic milking system. And we generally feed extra grain to the cows when they're first learning. You know, we try to pump up the experience into something really neat, you know, make them think they're the best cow on the farm.
We think about horses and they're so strong, but really the dairy cow is an amazing athlete. They produce so much milk and there's so much going on in that beautiful black and white body that we maybe can't appreciate from the outside.
I got one cow I got to inseminate. Yeah, it's kind of exciting. In about 9 months, you see the rewards of your labor. And I always tell my wife that Father's Day is a big day for me, and she never likes that when I say that.
I don't feel that the public's any more connected to a 20-cow dairy in terms of how they do things than they are to a large-scale dairy.
The longest our newborn calves are with a cow is probably going to be between 5 and 6 hours.
We're actually weaning them a little bit younger right now than we ordinarily would because there was too many cows had calves at the same time.
You know, is it stressful to be weaned? Yes. Is it stressful to have a milker put on you the first time? Yes, but these cows adapt to those scenarios, and we've tried to work with low stress handling methods to make those adaptations go easier.
It's a business. You have to do what's right for your farm. And if you're not separating the difference between humans and animals, it's going to be a tough life. And a lot of people don't get that, especially non-farming people, which there are a lot of.
There's a perception that as farm size increases, animal welfare becomes poor. And it's not straightforward at all. Small farms, by and large, have been under much more financial stress.
There were some tough years. There was times where things got real bad and we were looking on the farm, hey, what could we sell, you know, even though we needed it, so we can cover a bill or two.
If things are really good, you can make a lot of money pretty fast. But if you don't hit it right, the potential to lose money is tremendous.
You have to roll with whatever the milk price is. Those cows keep on eating and you got to feed them.
Traditionally, it started out that the whole farm could support the family, but that hasn't been the case for quite a while now. The farm can be so vulnerable to anything.
It's a business and it's a family, so that's where a lot of the conflict and the issues come up.
We're going over for a little dinner to talk about the farm and what to do with dividing it up.
My thought was if the kid is interested, then they should get it, not divided up equally or in half if one or the other is not interested.
Well, I never said I wasn't interested, though.
It sure doesn't seem like it.
I do want to have some part of this farm. I don't want to be like totally cut off from everything.
It's kind of rare to have a child who's willing to take the farm into the next generation.
Good job.
Maybe a lot of it just depends on, you know, if the farm has struggled during tough times, does that person want to go through that themselves?
It's exciting, but it's also scary because it's a lot to take on.
They say that the first generation starts the farm, the second generation builds the farm, and the third generation destroys the farm. I just don't want to be part of the third generation.
Farmer's a stupid kind of an individual. He has to be a vet, nutritionist, he has to be able to manage the weather and the farm. Most people just got their job, do their thing, and go home after 8 hours.